So good morning or good afternoon or good evening, even for Alberto. We are here today for another wonderful webinar, thanks to all our DMCs, our hoteliers. So today our special guest is Alberto Di Taddi, who is a co-founder of Leonidas Travel. And Alberto, I think today you're going to focus on Croatia and Montenegro, and
That is
us
correct,
everything
Dominique.
about what the summer will bring. So we cannot wait.
Yeah. Well, I have to say that there is a great summer vibe here in Croatia and Montenegro. Now, thank you for your time. I will give you some highlights and some tips on how best book Croatia and Montenegro for this summer. The picture that I have decided to put on the front page is dedicated to amazing group that I had the honor to escort recently on a fun trip, 9 days to Croatia and Montenegro. We ended up at the new one and only, which is a stunning property, the best resort on the Adriatic, and I would say on the Mediterranean Sea. Really something stunning that would appeal to your clients very much. It was a great chance to have the travel advisors see with their eyes what Leonidas Travel is capable to do with the new hotels that our destinations are offering, and of course to engage with my amazing local people who always make the difference. Now, this was possible, of course, because Croatia and Montenegro are open to international travelers. You can entry for tourism. You only need to present a proof of paid accommodation. There's an easy online form that you can fill it up. If you have any problem, I can guide you through it. All the information basically are synchronized with your passport. So when you get to Zagreb, Split, Dubrovnik airport, they scan your passport and they see all your information. So the entry is really smooth. You need one of those three requirements, either a certificate of any vaccination, as long as you got the second dose 14 days before entering the country, either Croatia or Montenegro, a certificate that you have recovered from COVID that has a validity of 180 days from the first positive test that you took, or you can just present a negative PCR test not older than 48 hours. Of course, my best suggestion is travel if you are vaccinated. We still need to be responsible, so travel if you are vaccinated. Of course, if you're traveling with kids beyond 7, they don't need to present a negative PCR test. So that's absolutely, we still need to be responsible, but there are good signs that everything goes very, very smooth. The safety measure that have been taken either in Croatia and Montenegro are quite successful. The whole personnel in the travel industry, in the tourism, has received the second dose of vaccine. So your clients will really enjoy a very healthy and safety environment. And of course, don't forget that there are many new flight connections to Croatia, especially to Dubrovnik, many non-stop flights from JFK with Delta Airline, or from Newark with United. Those are non-stop flights to Dubrovnik. So we see July on increasing the number of inquiries and of course confirmation. So if your clients are still undecided, push a little, put a little bit of pressure on them, because really it is the time to secure at least your accommodation. Today I will talk a little bit of Croatia and Montenegro. Of course, I will try to give you some very useful information, but before that, let me just tell you what Leonidas Travel can do for you. We have a collection of hotels, and there are many new hotels in the scene right now, and some of them are really stunning. So Leonidas Travel has a collection of 4-star, 5-star, and small boutique hotels, as well as villas. We do have our collection of boats, either a speedboat, a catamaran, which is also great for sailing experiences that you can combine also with a villa stay. We have amazing drivers, English speaking professional. We can provide any kind of transportation, including a rental car. If your clients are planning to do a self-driving experience, we can deliver and collect the car, so they don't have to line up at the airport to collect or return their car. It's a very valuable service the clients like very much. And again, going back to our drivers, that's the best way to explore a country, with a fellow friend that can tell you jokes and about the destination you're visiting, about the people. Or the clients always get along with our drivers very well, and they miss them much after the trip is over. But of course, the key of our success is the great network of local people we have consolidated our relationship with, and they really provide outstanding services. So your clients might not remember the name of the last 5-star hotel where they slept at, but they will remember the family they had a cooking class with, the winemaker, the masonry course in Brach, the truffle hunting in Istria, and so on. Or like that special venue that we selected for them to enjoy a private lunch or a private dinner. To work with us, very easy. We'll make it easy on you. You look like the real expert, even if you haven't been in our destination. With our support, I'm sure clients will rely on all the information you provide. There is not a minimum booking to work with us. You may contact us for something as little as hotel and transfer or some tours. We quote net to you in euro or in US dollar, as we have a US bank account in the US, so that makes it easier on you. Especially for those clients who always go a little bit nuts with the currency conversion. Once the clients want to confirm, we send you a link for the secure online payment, so you can pay by credit card with no additional credit card fee, or as you prefer, also wire transfer is another method of payment, but I know it's not very much used. Of course, we have a very flexible cancellation policy, although the situation seems really clear now. Still, we apply the COVID-19 cancellation policy. So in case there is any border closure, either from the destination of origin or our destination, the amount is full refundable. And of course, as we provide your clients with concierge service once they are traveling with us, we also protect your commission for all the additional services the clients may arrange through us. We work a lot with Access, but we are still old-fashioned and like to provide this hard case itinerary upon arrival to all your clients. It's a nice presentation of the itinerary, and clients can really put note, rate the hotels, rate the restaurants, and so on. And now let's go back to our virtual trip. Now, I am originally from Italy. I would really love to see Italy fully open to international travelers, but I understand that regulations are still unclear somehow. I am very positive about Slovenia opening very soon also to international travelers, including US citizen. But I cannot expose. There is not an official communication yet, but I'm sure by July your clients will be also able to travel to Slovenia, which is, among my favorite destination. So far, to reach Croatia, you can fly, of course, to Zagreb, Split, Dubrovnik, And to visit Montenegro, you can fly to Podgorica or Tivat airport. Those airports are very well connected with European hubs. And of course, as I mentioned before, Dubrovnik will be benefiting of non-stop flight from US starting July. So that's quite great. So let's talk a little bit of Croatia now. Let's start with the northern part. Let's start with the capital, Zagreb. It's a very nice example of Austro-Hungarian influenced city. It's like it's the Wien of Croatia, of course, totally different from the rest of the country. You have some luxury accommodation here, like Esplanade, as well as other small boutique hotel that will allow you to stay in this very well preserved medieval city center and feeling like a local immediately. One of these is Jägerhorn, but there are plenty. And in our website, we have listed our favorite hotels. You can go and check. The food scene in Zagreb is amazing. And if you are spending more than one day, you could also take a chance to visit the northern part, which is a constellation of Hungarian castle like Varaždin and Trakostan. Very lovely day trip that you can take north of Zagreb, but also you could venture far east and visit some excellent Slavonian wineries and wine cellar. 2 hours out of Zagreb, 2 hours driving, is Plitvice National Park. It's an amazing UNESCO site, chain of 16 lakes connected by water stream and waterfall. There's a wooden path you can walk through. There are several different level of difficulties. You can do an easy 2 hours, 4 hours, or if you are a pro, you can spend 8 hours in the national park. It's really amazing, and it's definitely a year-round destination because each summer it has some surprise in store. Also, one thing that I would recommend nowadays to overnight in Plitvice. There are some very luxurious lodges now where you can spend the night, savor a little bit of the Lika region, sip a nice glass of wine, enjoy some typical cuisine of the area. It's absolutely off the beaten track. So instead of rushing back to your hotel in Zagreb or in Zadar or in Split, I would definitely recommend to spend one night and relax. Another incredible destination for us is Istria. This peninsula is amazing. It has an amazing coastline and Tuscany style countryside. So you can have it all in one small piece of land. It's definitely a destination where I would spend at least 5 nights to explore the whole peninsula. Of course, along the coast, you have lovely and charming villages like Rovinj or Pula or Porridge, and with amazing and luxurious hotels like Grand Park, for example, Icador, and the fresh food here domains the whole region, or the countryside, like you have all these little villages rising on top of the hills like Motovun, for example. And this is the capital of the truffles. Istria is the second largest area in Europe after the Piedmont for truffles, but also has a great olive oil production, and the wine is just mouth-watering. It's really a great wine destination, and you can also decide to enjoy the countryside in one of those very luxurious and countryside villas, like for example the Meneghetti is a genuine example of it, with your maybe with your private villa and your private pool surrounded by vineyards. This would be probably a great getaway for many of your clients. And of course, you can enjoy here and there some landmarks of of the country. Or you can sail and enjoy one day in the Briuni Islands, which was once the private park garden of Tito, where you can still now see, like, you can do a safari, a zoo safari with gazelle and zebra. I know it's weird, but it's truly like that. Or you can enjoy a ride with the old Cadillac of Tito, visit a Roman villa. There's plenty of activities to do in Istria. Proceeding south, I really need to point out on Zadar, because it's really an exquisite example of Croatian style. It's really posh, mixed with many Roman ruins. It has small boutique hotels in the city center, but it's really worth it to spend at least one night in Zadar, because it has some great installation, like the sea organ, for example. Picture yourself walking along this boardwalk, cuddled by this gentle sound that never stops, because it is produced by the waves hitting this sea organ structure. So you have this gentle sound escorting you throughout your wander along this boardwalk. Or you can enjoy the one of the best sunset in the world, as Alfred Hitchcock said once, at the greeting of the sun, sipping maybe this new and cool maraschino cocktail made with cherry liqueur, or again, something that you cannot miss, like a cheese tasting of the Pag Islands, natural salty. And of course, it's also interesting when they explain all the process why it's natural salty. Or you can, sail for a day in the Cornati Islands, one of the oldest European national park. It's a lunar landscape, and you only understand that properly when you are sailing through its islands and islets. It's really breathtaking experience. Proceeding south, Šibenik, absolutely outstanding city, very very great for the food and wine scene. Here you have one of the best Michelin restaurant in Croatia, Pellegrini, where you can enjoy a Michelin menu paired with wine. It's quite an enjoyable experience. Don't pretend it's over in an hour, because that's not the Croatian style. You should plan at least 1 hour and 32 hours at least to enjoy such an experience. But it's really worth it, trust me. You have some very small boutique hotels in the city center, or some very luxurious resort along the coastline of Šibenik. Another activity that I would definitely recommend, it's a pleasant walk in the morning to Krka National Park, another amazing national park of Croatia. There are 8 national parks in Croatia, and absolutely this is one of my favorite. Very relaxing, joyful. You can make it with an electric boat to the opposite side and enjoy a lunch in this typical town called Skradin. Or our driver can pick you up and take you for a wine tasting to Bibic Winery, where Mrs. Bibic prepares some appetizer made of molecular cuisine. So that's something very cool to suggest to your clients. Split, of course, proceeding south, is the second largest city of Croatia. It is a very vibrant, great nightlife, amazing restaurant scene. And for those clients who don't like to pack and unpack many times, Split is the best base, because from Split you can explore most of Croatia, major highlights. You can venture east. Now Bosnia and Herzegovina are now open. So if you are traveling to Croatia and you are vaccinated, you can go for a day trip to Mostar, Medjugorje, Blagaj, without any problem, and then you can return. There is no need of PCR test, so it's also a great news for us. We were a little bit concerned about this, but we are very relieved now. And Split is also the gate to the Dalmatia Islands. So you can really take a speedboat for a day and enjoy the islands of Brač, Šolta, Hvar. Absolutely, you can visit the Pakleni archipelago. It's absolutely an amazing experience. You have many small boutique hotels. You have the hotel scene has changed a lot in Split. There are more small boutique hotel in the city center and very luxurious hotel outside of the city center, which is a residential area. It's still very nice, and it has that local flavor that surrounds the city. Again, some are very modern, some are, there is a new, for example, Villa Harmony that I've site inspected recently that is absolutely to die for and perfectly fit for your clients. This is my bet, and I don't lose very often. I can tell. Or you can also, we have a great collection of villas all around Split, which would be great for those who want to stay longer in one place. Amazing Roman ruins. Of course, you know, Split is develops inside the former Diocletian Palace, a Roman emperor. So you have, this is Solin, for example. You can go here with your family and do some Roman excavation. It's quite interesting and educative. And of course, Mostar, as I was mentioning, is also another important site that would leave you breathless. This is also how you can proceed from Split on. Of course, Split to Dubrovnik, now you could proceed by car, or you could sail and throughout the Dalmatia Islands. I've pointed out some of the most famous one, but each of them are jewels that you should see once in your lifetime. Let's start, of course, speedboat is the best way, catamarans for longer stay. It gives you a lot of freedom. This is a product that we are selling a lot right now. Clients are still willing to self-isolate with their family, group of friends. So renting a catamaran like this for 10 people is absolutely the way to go. You can sleep every night in a different port or in a different cove, or you can decide if you prefer to sleep inland in any of the outstanding hotels around those islands. This is Bol, for example, one of the beach that you could visit when you are sailing with your private skipper, and it changes according to the waves, the current. So don't forget your towel there and go for a drink, because it might not be there anymore. But it's really amazing, amazing thing. And Hvar, of course, is the princess of the Adriatic. Is like an Ibiza, but more classy. Great nightlife, amazing hotels. There are a new hotel, Maslina Resort, which is in the country, inland near Starigrad, on the opposite side of the town of Hvar, which is also amazing. With our trip, with our fun trip, we stayed at Elizabeth Palace, which is great location, good service, and you got plenty of touring opportunity in the islands. You can visit a lavender field, an abandoned village. You can do a wine tasting in one of those little wineries all around the island, and it's quite a great experience. Or you can enjoy a pekka with a local family. You know, pekka is this way of cooking under the iron bell, slow cooking, which clients appreciate very much, especially when they are with a local family in a very jovial atmosphere where they learn a lot about the ancestors and things like that. It's quite quite nice experience. Of course, also Korčula is, let's say, it's a little Dubrovnik, but definitely less crowded. It has a very strong cultural character. As you can see from this picture, it's quite unique. You have small boutique hotels inside the city wall. Not many big hotel around Korčula, but a lot of very nice private villas that you could rent, and there are some amazing restaurants in this island that would leave you quite pleased with the food selection. And proceeding again south from Korčula, we can take a small transfer to the opposite side to Orebić, the main city of the Pelješac Peninsula. The Pelješac Peninsula is one of my favorite wine area. It's also famous for this medieval town and its wall, the longest after China wall, stone, where you have a salt pound. You can visit an oyster farm and get some oyster directly on spot. In this Pelješac Peninsula, there is a new Relais and Chateau hotel, which is Corta Caterina, belongs to the Lee Anderson family. They have definitely no problem of budget, and you can tell from the luxury of this new hotel that it will be a stunning experience for your clients. Other small wineries that we can visit, we can enjoy some SUV off-road excursion to understand more about the wine production in this amazing land. Stone, as I mentioned, with a wooden boat, you can reach this wooden platform, learn everything about oyster and mussels, and enjoy it directly on spot. And then Dubrovnik, of course, amazing destination, Renaissance city, surrounded by imposing walls. I'm glad during this fam trip, travel advisor understood that, you know, it's a small town, and most of the things develop outside the city. So most of the luxurious hotels are along the coast. There are some small boutique hotel inside the wall in case you want to experience sleeping inside the wall. If you are a fanatic of Game of Thrones, I'm sure you would love that. There are plenty of experience you can get. Usually with our local guy, you get a sense of it. Our orientation tours are very enjoyable, very easy. The museums included in your Dubrovnik card are tiny museum that you can visit, maybe to get a little bit of refresh from the summer heat. But really, the guide, our local guide, can give you all the tips, the highlights, also to proceed with your exploration on your own. This is what clients also like, to be free a little bit, to learn from their own experience. And of course, as I said, amazing hotels all along the coast, like Villa Dubrovnik, Hotel Bellevue, Villa Ursula. There are plenty of accommodation that will not disappoint your client's expectation, including some amazing villas. There's a lot of folklore at Lazzaretti. You can enjoy a typical dance of the Dalmatinas region. You can see how they transform the corals into jewelries, or you can enjoy an amazing cooking class experience in one of our with one of our local family. Learn how to make bread, pasta, go in the garden, pick fresh vegetable. It's very enjoyable. Or you can again sail with your private boat and explore the Elafiti Islands or Miette. And then south again, 1 hour from Dubrovnik airport is the new one and only in Porto Novi, and it is a stunning property. I would really leave it as the cherry on top, the cherry on top of the cake, because ending your trip to Croatia in one and only couple of nights, 3 nights, could be really an amazing experience for your clients. This area offers a lot of experiences. Of course, there are also some very small boutique hotels. If your clients don't have the budget for one and only, trust me, there are some very nice hotel that will still allow you to visit uh, one of the nicest winery in Montenegro, like Savina, and also explore by boat the wonders of the Boca Bay. Along the Boca Bay, of course, you have some other great accommodation like the Iberon Star, which I know Iberon has not a great reputation among North America market, but I must say that this is like a piece of art, and very, very luxurious, very comfortable, with of course a great view on the Boca Bay. Some other hotels are Forza Terra, Forza Mare, so we have plenty of accommodation to offer your clients who are planning their summer trip this year. And of course, there are, if you proceed south of Montenegro, Lustica Bay is also very interesting, with a great Chadi hotel or Tivat. You can stay at the Regents. It depends what your client's profile, what your client's expectation are. And we can always guide you through the best selection of the accommodation, of course, and the experience, because you need to sell the destination with the experiences, and here is where Leonidas Travel can help you most, of course, with some day trip excursion that you could do while staying at your hotel in Montenegro. A visit to Lovchen, for example, if you like hiking, that 1,000 steps will not frighten you, or you can visit the old capital of Montenegro, Cetinja. Very, very interesting and very thrilling experiences. Of course, you might have heard that Aman Sveti Stefan will not be operating in 2021. It's a political thing, and they cannot confirm if they will operating in 2022. It's very sad for me because it was an amazing property, but still the Sveti Stefan Island is a UNESCO site, so you can still plan a visit to this old fisherman island, which is absolutely great. Budva has great accommodation, and it's very vibrant party town. And if you venture even south, of course, you cannot miss Crater Lake, where you can also have a chance to visit one of the biggest wine cellar in the world, into a airplane bunker built during the Cold War. So I hope I didn't annoy you too much. I just wanted you to reassure. I just wanted to reassure that really traveling to our destinations, as the travel advisor who are also attending this webinar today can testify, is really easy, it's really smooth, and really traveling in 2021 would be a once in a lifetime experience. Places notoriously overcrowded are quite enjoyable. So go back to your desk and send me the inquiry. I will reply with a very nice tentative itinerary. We will win your clients' appreciation, and we will convince them that it's the right time to book and travel.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Alberto. It was lovely to see all these beautiful pictures. I've done a few of your webinar already, and each time I'm like, oh, I didn't, oh, I remember this one, oh, this one. And it's so incredible to see things that probably many of us have not visited and have not seen before. So it's
I,
kind of a
I,
new Europe, in a way. and medieval time and lots of nature. I mean, look at
Yeah,
you can have both.
untouched nature. That really strikes me
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Dominique, I'm reading a couple of questions,
All right, go
and
ahead.
if you want, I can go on and reply. Everybody can negative COVID test be antigen. Yeah, if your clients are vaccinated, no problem. But look, my best suggestion. Also, we need to be responsible, and PCR test are the most reliable test. Uh, in Croatia, you can get it with a result in within the same day, even in 5 hours. So also for your onward flight from Croatia to your final destination, I know I would always prefer to have a PCR test, because in some airport in Europe, for example, in Amsterdam, they do request a PCR test, no matter you are vaccinated or not. So for a peace of mind, I would really say let's always take the PCR test. And what town in Dominique's backdrop split? No, no, I think it's Kvar, Dominique. You are in Kvar now, and I'm in Dubrovnik. How many days are you to visit Croatia? How many days to visit Croatia and Montenegro? Well, it depends. You know, I can rush you from point A to point B in a week. It depends what the clients are looking for. An ideal time to visit both Croatia and Montenegro, in my opinion, would be 10 nights to have a very full experience. But of course, it depends on your client's timing, and we can always advise you properly. Let me see. US Bank for credit and thank you. Yes, well, it's a great plus. I agree. Being able to quote in US dollar has been a relief for us. I see that it expedites the booking process very very much. Let's see. Does the vaccination certificate to enter need to be in a specific form? In the US, typical are given handwritten card from the facility. Yeah. When you fill up the form Enter Croatia, you can upload a copy of this certificate. Even if it's handwritten certificate, you scan it, you upload it in the Enter Croatia form, and that's what the travel advisors told me. No one ever asked, because once you scan your passport and they see that you have completed all the information, they let you go quite easily. Let me see. I think I've answered
All the question, huh? I think so. Everybody else on the chat
yeah.
said, wonderful presentation. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank
Alberto.
you. I appreciate. Let me gather all the pictures from the farm trip, and next webinar must be a recap of our farm trip for sure. You'll see with your eyes. I mean, the participants took amazing pictures. I'm still very thrilled, and I know Kim, we had a great time, and I want to go back.
We will do more.
We do more, yeah. There are more. Well, actually, we are already planning for September, October, the northern part. So Zagreb. We hope to include Ljubljana and Slovenia, and Istria for sure, all the way down to Split, touching base in Zadar and Šibenik for sure. The vibe of the Dalmatia Islands is great, but Croatia has really a lot to offer.
Patricia, I see that you raised hands. I don't know if you wanted to ask a question or live. We can put you on the panelist side if you wanted to ask your question.
Oh yeah, maybe we
Let
can
us
have
know.
okay.
We could do that. If we don't see any more question, everything else is thank you, thank you. You know that you can connect with Alberto on our new marketing platform called Let's Connect 365.
That's
Alberto knows
right.
it. So
That's
you have
right.
a meeting like 15 minutes. I know you can stay more, but at least you have at least 15 minutes or more as you wish with some of our DMCs or hoteliers. So have a look. It's called Let's Connect 365.com, and you will see It's very easy, huh, Alberto?
Yeah, it is. It is very useful. I had 5 appointments today before this webinar.
Oh,
I don't mind. I don't mind talking, so you know you can always rely on me. And yeah, I will send everyone a recap of my presentation, including the recording of the presentation and also the link to connect via Let's Connect 360, of course. It's very useful. Thank you, Dominique, for
you're
putting together
welcome.
such a
You're
great tool.
welcome, huh?
And I read that my friend Kim wrote, great time. I need to go back to Croatia and buy myself a boat. Go by boat as much as possible. I agree with you, Kim. Let's share the boat and, you know, let smart work from our
Oh,
boat.
Kim, it looks like you fell in love with the country, huh?
She's a great ambassador of Croatia and Montenegro now, I can tell. She took amazing pictures. So.
I would not know what to look. There is so many parts where you show one. I said, "Oh, I'm not missing the lake and the pit fishes." Or then, or the well, oh, there's and this. At the end, I think I'm gonna leave it up to you to organize.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can lose days and days trying to put together things, reconfirming with your supplier, no problem. Actually, right now it makes it easier on me. But if you want deliver, Leonidas can really deliver the great experience.
And you know, everyone, and sometimes some of you said, Dominique, can you introduce me to your DMC? And it's like 1 or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. and even 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then I said, yes. And I'm thinking Alberto will answer the next day as soon as he wake up. So it's 10 p.m. for Alberto. And at 10 p.m., you receive immediate answer. Thank you, Dominique, for the introduction. I'm like, wow.
my family doesn't agree very much, but at least they're sleeping at that time, so they cannot see me.
No, it's really fantastic. I never want to venture and say you're going to respond immediately, but my God, you respond fast, huh? Even in the middle of the night sometimes. So that's incredible.
I like my job very much, and I like to work with travel advisors.
So that's wonderful. Huh? So thank you everybody for joining us. It was a treat to have you. Buenas tardes, boa tarde, buenos dias if it's not yet.
That's right.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go to Italy at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Wow.
Perfetto traveler.
Buon viaggio, buon viaggio.
Voilà. Allez,
Bye bye.
thank you everybody.
Ciao.
Thank you, Alberto. It was
Thank
wonderful.
you, thank everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.